Big explosion. Ukrainian troops blow up Russian T-90 tank in Javelin missile attack in Kharkiv. Ukrainian forces use an US-supplied Javelin missile system to devastating effect in new frontline footage. Moscow's military has suffered another blow after Ukrainian troops launched a successful attack using advanced Javelin missile systems. Startling video footage, captured by a drone in the Kharkiv region of eastern Ukraine, caught the huge fiery explosion which followed the missile strike. Smoke and debris is thrown high into the air above as the Russian tank is torn into shrapnel in a violent blast. The Ukrainian military has given credit to Javelin missiles, designed by the US, for the brutal destruction of the Kremlin's military supplies. The video was posted to Twitter by the Defense of Ukraine, an official account of the Ukrainian government, with an accompanying statement boasting of the devastation. The caption read, "The 93rd Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Army came to a conclusion that the newest Russian T-90 tank explodes much brighter than its outdated predecessors." The clip was also posted to a Facebook page linked to the Ukrainian Armed Forces with the caption, "The 93rd Brigade continues to destroy the occupying forces in Ukraine." For your attention, a spectacular video of today's Javelin shot at an enemy tank. The Javelin missile system is an advanced anti-tank weapons system developed by the US. The Biden administration confirmed America had plans to additionally provide the defending Ukrainian forces with a total of 6,500 Javelin missile systems. The UK has also provided Javelin missile systems to Ukrainian military forces as part of the government's ongoing alliance with President Volodymyr Zelensky. A statement from the Ministry of Defense confirmed 6,900 NLAW, Javelin, Brimstone, and other anti-tank weapons, as well as 16,000 artillery rounds had already been sent to Ukraine. Vladimir Putin's military has continued to struggle with the logistics of replacing equipment lost in combat. Reports from Ukraine suggest Moscow's military has been increasingly forced to operate with outdated and poorly maintained equipment due to losses. An intelligence update from the UK Ministry of Defense said Ukraine's missile and artillery units continue to target Russian military strongholds, personnel clusters, logistical support bases, and ammunition depots. This will highly likely impact Russian military logistical resupply and put pressure on Russian military combat support elements. Last week, open-source defense intelligence organization Oryx suggested Russia had lost over 5,000 pieces of military equipment since the conflict began in February. Oryx indicated Moscow's military had suffered 930 tank losses, including at least 20 of the modern T-90 model identified in the Javelin missile video. Intelligence suggests Russian forces have grown increasingly concerned over the precision of weapons supplied to the Ukrainian military by Western allies, even taking steps to mask ammunition depots and military bases from missile targeting technology. The UK Ministry of Defense said, "This highlights the threat Russia feels from the increased range and precision of Western-supplied systems." Meanwhile, new estimates by the Pentagon suggest that Russia has suffered a staggering number of casualties during the war in Ukraine in a huge blow to Vladimir Putin's war machine. In a crippling blow for Moscow, Russia has suffered a mind-blowing number of casualties in Ukraine. As the fighting intensifies, the number of wounded and killed is only likely to continue to rise. The news comes as Russian forces scramble to defend against a Ukrainian counterattack in the south of the country. Speaking at a press conference yesterday, August 8th, U.S. Undersecretary of Defense for Policy Colin Kahl spoke of the intense fighting in the south and east of Ukraine. He said the Ukrainian morale and will to fight is unquestioned. He said, "I will say this, first, that the Ukrainian morale and will to fight is much higher, I think, than the average morale and will to fight on the Russian side. I think that gives the Ukrainians a significant advantage. After all, more than 40 million Ukrainians are fighting. The stakes are existential for them. They are fighting for the survival of their country." I will also say, the Russians are taking a tremendous number of casualties. He added, "You know, there is a lot of fog in war. I think it's safe to suggest that the Russians have probably taken 70,000 to 80,000 casualties in less than 6 months. Now, that is a combination of killed in action and wounded. That figure would mean nearly 10% of Russia's 850,000 active military personnel at the start of the war could have been killed or wounded in Ukraine."
Actually cool the missile, and the reason why we need it to cool the missile is because it has a thermal sight on it, and it's extremely important that argon gas gets there to cool it for it to work effectively.
Are you ready for targets? Rockets!